If you're eyeing the Sennheiser IE 200 for your next earphone purchase because of its sleek design and promising specs, hold on, because I'm about to reveal why you might want to think twice before hitting that buy button. But here's what surprised me. Despite the impressive features and the brand's stellar reputation, the IE 200 isn't without some frustrating drawbacks that could seriously affect your listening experience. In fact, it's not just about sound quality. There are issues that might make you regret splurging $150 on these earphones. So, stick around as I break down the IE 200 in brutal honesty and tell you exactly who these are really for and whether you should get them or avoid them like a bad song on repeat. Let's dive deep into the IE 200 sound profile because that's what most audio enthusiasts care about first. Sennheiser promises balanced, neutral sound through their 7 true response transducers, claiming to deliver natural, detailed audio with expressive mids, smooth treble, and controlled bass. And yes, at first listen, the IE 200 impresses with a clear and revealing sound that makes genres like jazz and acoustic feel intimate and well-detailed. The soundstage is surprisingly spacious for in-ear monitors in this price range, which is a real win if you love clarity and precise audio imaging. However, here's the catch. Some users, including myself, notice that the bass, while controlled, can feel a little too restrained for casual listeners who tend to prefer a fuller, punchier low end. The dual bass tuning design is supposed to let you switch between 2 ear tip positions for different bass levels. But honestly, the difference is barely noticeable unless you're tweaking endlessly trying to find that perfect setting. It's like ordering a hot steak and getting it rare no matter how much you ask for medium well. Now you might be thinking, but hey, sound is subjective, and that's true. But the problem runs deeper than taste. The IE 200 aims for precision with its precision-matched drivers, ensuring sound consistency across pairs. Ideally, this should mean that every IE 200 sounds like another, avoiding that dreaded one earbud sounds better issue. In reality, a small number of users reported noticeable unit-to-unit variation. So, if you're unlucky, you might end up with a pair where the left earbud sounds muddy or the right one is overly bright. For a $150 earphone, that's a risky game because you expect quality control that's rock solid. Otherwise, you might as well flip a coin. On to comfort, which can make or break your daily audio experience. The IE 200 has an ergonomic in-ear design touted to create a secure seal for excellent comfort and noise reduction. Plus, it comes with flexible, adjustable ear hooks and multiple ear tips in silicone and memory foam to customize your fit. In theory, this sounds perfect for long listening sessions. However, in practice, I found the ear hooks to be a bit fiddly and the fit, while secure, borderline uncomfortable after extended use. Some people might sail through hours without a problem, but others reported mild ear fatigue and discomfort that makes these unsuitable for all-day wear. It's ironic when earphones designed for portability and daily use inadvertently demand breaks, right? Like getting a gym membership, but the treadmill hates your knees. Another major consideration is the cable, a component often overlooked until it starts causing issues. The IE 200 features a low-noise braided cable with gold-plated MMCX connectors and a 3.5 plug, which is a solid combination aiming to reduce handling noise and improve durability. However, the MMCX connectors here can feel a bit loose, leading to occasional signal dropouts or the infamous crackle when moving around. If you're used to the more robust cables from high-end audiophile brands, this might be a deal-breaker, especially if you plan to use these on your daily commute or workouts. Imagine having a conversation but your mic keeps hiccuping. That's exactly how annoying it can get when your earphones aren't reliable. Now, I promised you some humor along the way, so here goes. Why did the IE 200 break up with the Bluetooth? Because it couldn't handle the wireless drama. It preferred a wired relationship. Okay, Enough jokes, but seriously, if you're someone who loves the purity of wired audio, these do bring that crisp, high-res listening experience, just with a few caveats. But who exactly is the IE200 for? If you're an audiophile seeking a compact, lightweight earphone with a minimal and modern aesthetic that performs well in quiet environments like offices or studios, you might actually appreciate what the IE200 brings to the table. Its portable audiophile performance shines when you're looking for neutral sound reproduction, without overly emphasized bass or bright treble spikes. However, if you're a bass head hoping for that thumping low end or someone who needs earphones for rough outdoor use, these probably aren't the best match. They excel in controlled settings but might struggle with the demands of an active lifestyle. What about sound isolation and noise reduction? Thanks to its ergonomic design and secure seal, the IE200 provides decent passive noise isolation, which can bring real value if you're commuting or in noisy environments. However, these aren't noise-canceling earphones, so don't expect magic against loud city traffic or airplane cabin noise. If you need quiet injection, you'll want to upgrade to active noise-canceling options. Here's another little paradox. Despite the name IE, in-ear, the fit doesn't feel as intuitively snug for all ear shapes, especially if you have smaller ear canals. The memory foam tips help, but even then, some users reported struggling to get a seal that really locked in the bass or blocked outside sound effectively. It's like trying to find the perfect jeans online. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you need to return them. So, are there any redeeming qualities that make the IE200 worth considering at $150? Absolutely. The soundstage is impressive, the clarity is excellent, and the overall tonal balance is commendable for a wired earphone in this price range. The build quality feels solid, if not quite premium, and the minimal, modern design is genuinely appealing for everyday use. Plus, you get plenty of ear dip options, which Sennheiser usually nails, and a sturdy braided cable that should last longer than your average tangle-prone wire. The IE200 is a thoughtful package with potential, but certain issues hold it back from being an unqualified winner. Here's where the plot thickens. For $150, you're competing with numerous other IEMs that offer active noise cancellation, better bass response, or more consistent driver performance. That brings us to the question, is the IE200 worth the price, or would you be smarter saving a little more for something like a higher-end Sennheiser model or a competing brand? If you value brand trust and want an upgrade from basic earbuds with clear, natural sound without flashy bass boosts, it might serve you well. Just be prepared for small flaws and potential quirks. Speaking of quirks, here's one for you. Why don't the IE200 earphones ever gossip? Because they don't want to spill the bass. I know, maybe I should stick to reviewing rather than stand-up comedy. But humor aside, the real takeaway is this. The IE200 tries really hard to deliver audiophile quality sound in a portable, price-sensitive package, but sometimes the execution falls short, especially considering some inconsistent manufacturing and questionable comfort for extended use. In summary, if you're a music lover who prioritizes an open, detailed sound signature with balanced mids and non-fatiguing treble, and if you mostly listen in quiet environments like your home or office, the Sennheiser IE200 offers a solid, stylish choice at just under $150. But if you're a bass enthusiast, or someone who needs rock-solid comfort and durability for heavy daily use or exercise, you might want to look elsewhere or prepare to tinker with the fit and tips extensively. So what's the final word? Don't buy the IE200 blindly off brand name alone. Evaluate your priorities. If you desire detailed, neutral sound with a flexible bass tuning option and premium-looking design, it's a worthy contender, but it's not without compromises. Therefore, make sure you take advantage of return policies and test the fit and sound personally before committing. And hey, every review has two sides. Many users are thrilled, but a few aren't. So this one is a genuine try before you buy scenario. If you're convinced or curious to see if the IE200 could be your next audio companion, I've dropped the best Amazon price and link in the description below for a quick check and purchase. Grab it now if it fits your needs, and treat your ears to that classic Sennheiser sound signature. Because at the end of the day, great sound changes everything, and the right earphone is worth the hunt. Happy listening.